just got back from Halfords and bought some new bike helmets, bought a bike rack for the car, so I'm going to have some fun later on trying to fit that on. We went out a couple of days ago and ordered me and Katie some bikes, so we ordered a couple of Specialized bikes, one for me, one for Katie, and a baby seat to go on the back of mine for Arthur. And since we've come back from the New Forest, we've been going on about bikes, really want to get some bikes, because when we ordered the bikes, rented out the bikes in the New Forest, we really enjoyed it. And what I want to try and do is I want to try and make Sundays like a fun family day where it's just all about family, but I want us to get out and do something active and fun together. So we bought the bikes because Arthur really enjoyed it as well, so I'm going to try and get him on a bike soon as well. So when we was in the bike shop, he wasn't really interested in going on his own one, so we're probably going to give it a couple more months, and I'm going to buy him a little balance bike and try and get him good at going on a bike, because I would love for us all to just go out on our bikes together, Arthur riding with us. But anyway, that's the plan. So we're going to do some off-road biking, so it's a good way of getting some exercise in with all the family. We're going to be having some fun. In the summer we can ride to places, have picnics and just have tons and tons of fun, all while burning some calories. So fun and calorie burning, it cannot get any better than that. That is the life. So that is the plan. I got myself, well, me and Katie have got an orange one and a luminous helmet to choose from, and Arthur's helmet is coming with the bikes, so I ordered him a really good one, because the other children's ones were a bit crappy, so I want the safest for the little man. So these ones are pretty cool because at night as well, these all reflect, so if you're riding at night, they're like solar reflectors. They reflect light. They do not generate heat so that my body can have energy. They are not solar reflectors. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's the plan. That's why we bought the bikes, because we are going to have some fun. I want to make exercising fun. Cardio, I cannot stand cardio on a treadmill and stuff like that. I find it really boring. I'd rather get outdoors and go for a run, go sprinting, go swimming, or now we can go on bike rides, because I love bike rides, and I haven't had a bike for about 10 years, so this is going to be pretty awesome because I'm going to start riding to work and stuff as well. So I plan on getting good use out of this bike. It's not going to be one of them things where you buy it and then like a month later it's in the garage just gathering dust. I'm actually going to get good use because I plan on riding to work every day too. So that's that, brother. Is that fun? You love the roundabout, don't you? Huh? Did you like? Look, you've got to run up it, and you've got to get on your side. Ready? You've got to roll down it. A little bit of hilltop cardio. Go. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about if it fits your macros and my opinion on if it fits your macros. Now, personally, I think it's a great approach to dieting, but I think within the fitness industry it's become, people have abused the concept of if it fits your macros. So people will, as long as they're hitting their 3,000 calories and their protein intake for the day, people will eat whatever they want, whereas that's not really the case. You're supposed to be flexible with it in the way that you can fit in a little bit of slutty food, but not your whole day and whole week is slutty food, you've still got to think about the benefits of them foods that you're putting into your body. To me, if it fits your macros is about 80% clean eating, 20% naughty or slutty, and that will make you 100% happy. Now the idea is that if your calorie requirements are 3,000 for the day, and you know that tonight you're going to be going out for a meal and you're going to be having quite a few calories in that meal, then you can take them calories from another meal. So you can make one of your meals slightly smaller in calories, so you can put them on this evening's dinner if you're going out for a meal, and that keeps you within your macro requirements. Me personally, also, I think it is for, like, if you're out and about and you don't happen to have the best choices of food, that you could fit something into your macro requirements. Whereas too many people use it as kind of a thing to just eat crappy food, which is not what it's about. You know, they'll live off of like all sorts of rubbish, and their attitude is, well, it still fits my macros, I'm still hitting my goals, and I'm still losing weight. But you have to think about what that food is going to do for you in the long run, benefits wise. It's not just a calorie is a calorie. You want to try and fill as many of them macros with nutrient dense foods as possible. You're someone that weighs 20 stone and it's your first time dieting, you've got a lot of weight to lose, then any type of if it fits your macros approach could be good, because you're still sticking to a calorie requirement instead of just eating and not paying any attention whatsoever. So it might be a good idea for you to start off with the if it fits your macros approach, where you just try and fit everything into them calorie and macro requirements, and then at a later date, as you get deeper and deeper into your dieting and you're losing weight, then start to readjust your food choices for more nutrient dense foods. So my own personal nutrition setup is I aim for 3,000 calories a day and around about 180 to 200 grams of protein, and then the carbs are roughly 250 to 300, and the fats are roughly around 80 to 100. But I'm more concerned about hitting the overall calorie target and the protein target, and the fats and carbs I don't really care as long as I reach that calorie target. So that doesn't mean I just eat crappy fats and crappy sources of carbs. What I mean is I'm not necessarily fussed whether I have more fats or more carbs. It just depends on what I feel like eating that day. So if I feel like going slightly lower carb and higher fat that day, just because that's the food choices I've made, then that doesn't really bother me, as long as I hit my overall calorie target for the day and protein target. They are the most important ones to me. If it fits your macros, and macro tracking has completely changed and made dieting a lot more simple for me personally. Since my fitness powers come into my life, it's just made it so much easier to track everything, make better food choices, and it just makes life a lot more simple, and it gives me numbers to work with. So if I'm currently on 3,000 calories but I want to add muscle and I'm actually dropping weight, then I know that maybe I should add 50 or 100 calories more and see how that takes me. If I'm having 3,000 calories and I'm trying to lose weight, and at the moment the scales are staying consistent, then I know I need to drop my calories slightly. So with the macro tracking, it just gives me facts and figures to play around with, and that is what I like about it. So my overall opinion on if it fits your macros and macros tracking is it's great, but I think that the fitness industry, there is a lot of people out there that are using it in the wrong way and showing it off in a bad light to people and not giving them the best knowledge. So yes, you may see me on my social media sometimes having some donuts, but that is the 20% slutty. The rest of my diet is very nutrient dense, lots of healthy foods, lots of fruits, vegetables, green leafy greens, good sources of protein from good sources of poultry, and good sources of carbs from potatoes, rice, etc., etc. But what I do like about it is that it has meant that I can still eat some of the foods that I enjoy. So if you take that 80% clean, 20% slutty approach to the if it fits your macros lifestyle, then I would say you're going to be a success. But don't use the if it fits your macros to just go all out and eat whatever you like because your facts and figures are adding up. There is, when you put things into MyFitnessPal, then they are going to go, say you put like a chocolate bar in there, then it's going to add up to a certain amount of carbs. But how many of them carbs come from sugars? That is what you need to be looking at. So carbs and sugars are tracked as the same thing, but what you want to look at is that there's not too many sugars in the carb sources you're choosing. So that is an example of how if it fits your macros could be bad, because you don't want to be consuming too much sugar. This way, look, back to the hill.
No, I'm gonna go home.
What do you want to do?
Home.
Want to go home?
Go home.
Come on then, let's get the buggy.
No.
Wait, Arthur. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You're clearly not seeing it for what it is. Francesco's race to lose.
It's time to find out. The racers are locking into the grid.
I just caught Arthur trying to eat my foam roller.
I am speed.
Your speed? Triple speed. Francesco is triple speed.
Apparently it makes a good teething ring. Arthur's got this really weird comfort obsession of rubbing my chest. He comes and sits next to me and puts his hand down my top and rubs my chest and nipples. It's very weird. So as you all know, I love my smoothies, green smoothies, fruit smoothies, etc, etc. But so what I've just done is I've just cut up some pineapple, so watermelon, not pineapple, some fresh watermelon. So it was a fresh one. I've cut it up, I've chopped it, and I'm putting it in the freezer so they go hard. So that when I make a smoothie with them next, they're like ice cubes. So they're going to make the smoothie nice and cold. Because I don't know, but supermarkets do frozen pineapple, frozen strawberries, frozen raspberries, frozen blueberries, but I haven't yet found frozen watermelon, and I love watermelon. So instead of putting ice cubes in, I've chopped up the watermelon and put it in the freezer so I can use that to make the smoothies nice and cold. Because one thing about smoothies, if you don't have a bit of ice or something frozen in it and it's warm, it tastes gross no matter what you've got in it. It's got to be cold. So there's a little tip for you. So we're just heading up to the station to go and meet Mummy after work. Dinner time. So I've got 2 steak burgers with a salad and some avocado and cheddar cheese. So we've got spinach, cucumber, peppers, lettuce, celery, and then steak burgers. So when the weather is really hot like it is at the moment, I don't really fancy like proper hot home cooked meals and hot vegetables and stuff. I fancy salads and things like that, and typically my fats will go up and carbs will come down, so I didn't really fancy like any kind of hot carbs with this, like potatoes or anything. I fancied like just some burgers and a nice salad and some cheese and some fats from the avocado and stuff. So that is dinner tonight, and it looks pretty damn good. So I'm gonna get stuck into that. And then I bought some rice cakes, so some chocolate orange rice cakes by Nature's Store. So I'll probably have these afterwards with a little bit of peanut butter on top, and then maybe a nice cold fruit smoothie. So that is tonight's dinner. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sit on the sofa and we're going to watch a nice family film together on Sky Disney or something, so whatever's on. So that is my evening for tonight. See you on the next vlog. Peace.